Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. This is the Portland Trail Blazers versus the Orlando Magic Summer League game review and reaction. Let's jump right into it. No Scoot still. I mean, Scoot won't play the rest of the Summer League for what? You know what I'm saying? Kind of the same thing I was saying about Shaedon Sharpe. And as you'll see, Shaedon Sharpe sat the whole second half. You know, he was done. At halftime, which is, that's what I've been saying. You know what I'm saying? It was good to see Shaedon get a lot of good work, bringing up the ball, handling the ball, trying to develop that timing, trying to, get better at taking care of the ball. You know what I'm saying? Protecting the ball is what I mean by taking care of the ball. One thing I noticed about Shaedon is his lack of focus sometimes comes from he just doesn't want to make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? And then off the ball, he's not, fine-tuned at understanding how to be just as effective without the ball in his hands. You know what I'm saying? Just like that right there. Like understanding how to cut, how to back cut, recognizing that timing. Just doing that without having to have a play called for that or a back screen. You just recognize that the defense is out of position. Things like that, you know what I'm saying? You see Shaedon on a nice finish. But things like that, you know what I'm saying? And if you check out Podcast Pete with Tyler Halliburton, he even talks about Paul George said, that he still hasn't learned how to cut properly. As you see Shaedon with the deep three looking like Dame Dollar out there, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so definitely a lot of guys on the Trailblazers got some work in. You see Reith with a nice follow finish. It was good to see Chris Keegan's brother, Chris Murray out there. As you see him with the finish, speaking of Chris, playing some good basketball, trying to be aggressive. I mean, he's just not the most aggressive person, but he was trying to, be aggressive, go after and try to get his shot off the dribble if can be. Obviously, he's much better at spotting up and hitting the open shot. But I'm sure somebody said to him, like, man, you waiting for those passes might not, you're gonna have to figure out a way to get yourself involved and to do some things. I mean, that's part of what they got to learn anyway. As we see, Samaki's son Jabari hit the floater. And you can also tell that also Mike Davis, who's a scoring point guard. I mean, he's pretty good at scoring. You can tell that it was mentioned to him, to work on. And they even said that in the first game that they want him to be more of a playmaker. So you can see that he was working on that. And you see the nice strong finish by the Magic right there. So you can see a lot of the guys, getting the work in that's needed on some of the things that they need to work on. Minaya, he gave some good effective minutes out there. As you see Davis bringing the ball up. DeVoe bringing the ball up. Mike DeVoe. But yeah, Mike DeVoe, see that beautiful pass right there. And that's what he's working on. You know what I'm saying? Being able to get that good timing and drop those passes off exactly where they're needed to be and when needed for his teammates to finish. You know what I'm saying? And he's, it's not like he can't do it. You know what I'm saying? It's just being able to do it at a high level. And that's something he's working on. As you see the nice floater right there, keeping the defender on his hip, making the defender have to choose between stepping up, and that way he's going to throw that lob if that help defender steps up. You know what I'm saying? So that's just smart basketball. You know what I'm saying? Very smart basketball. As the Magic pretty much sat there, everybody they drafted, they're ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Jett Howard, Anthony Black, and those guys, they're ready to go. As you see the nice strong finish right there. Scoot love that. And Antoine Davis, you know what I'm saying? He did a much better job this game as he got in and got the opportunity to get some minutes. He did a much better job of slowing down without taking away from his effectiveness. Not overrunning the plays, you know what I'm saying? As far as just being over aggressive and being far ahead of where he needed to be for the plays to develop. But you see the dice pass right there, and he does a good job. He did a good job this particular game of making those passes. As you see again, he did a very good job of making those passes and not turning the ball over. Trying to dribble too much. You know what I'm saying? As we saw the first time he came in the game, I believe that was game one. No, it was game two. I believe it was game two. And just some over dribbling. You know what I mean? And he's learning. I mean, in this game, things happen fast. So you really don't want to take too much time pounding the ball. When you have offense and motion going and you have other players cutting and spotting up and things like that. That was a play that just happened to work out in their favor. But nonetheless, you know what I'm saying? Good aggression, you know what I mean? Sometimes things work out, in your favor when you have that effort and that energy behind you. As you see Kai Soto getting some time, to polish off his skills, you know what I'm saying? I believe this might have been his first game that he got in, and he did a good job, you know what I'm saying? Blocked a few shots, didn't look like a fish out of water, so to speak. But yeah, back to the Trailblazers, as you see Mike DeVoe and stop and pop, you know what I'm saying? That looks like Chauncey Billups in them back in them days on the fast break, pulling up for them threes, you know what I'm saying? Man, there's a lot of good things to work with for the Trailblazers. As you see Kai Soto with the bucket right there. So, I mean, obviously they want to be able to build, you know what I'm saying, and add some more pieces. But nonetheless, they have some good things to build on. Now, we don't know who's going to make the team and who's not, things like that. But as far as, you pretty much looking for a good, energetic, and assertive bench, you know what I'm saying? That's pretty much what they're looking to fill in. I mean, you have Ant, you got Jeremy Grant, Nurk still there. And that brings me to Nasir Little before we get out of here. Nasir Little, they spoke with him at this summer league game, and I thought he said some really good things. Now, I've been critical of Little, especially about his defense. You know what I'm saying, and his lack of defense and his lack of will to play defense. But he said something, two things. One was that he's looking forward to being a better defensive player and playing defense and putting that narrative away, or putting that narrative to bed that you see DJ with that steal right there in the finish. But he's looking forward to putting that narrative to rest. And we'll see if he can do that. He's and his thought process in saying it sounded like he really was thinking about what he said. So hopefully that's something that you'll see is Nasir Little become a better defender in this game in the NBA, and put forth his effort to doing that. You know what I'm saying, and his abilities, I should say, to doing that as well. As you see DJ with the leak out, and then he also spoke about Scoot, and this led me to believe that Scoot it's already known that Scoot is your starting point guard to start the season, which I'm sure a lot of people have already assumed that anyway. So that pretty much means Anthony is going to be your two guard, and Shaedon's going to be coming off the bench, which is fine. You know what I'm saying? He might be your sixth man. It is what it is. But nonetheless, Shaedon has to get ready for that, and he has to perform. But that five it's going to be okay. You got Scoot, who Nasir Little said is already a great leader. And I mentioned that also, that I really appreciate the Scoot's leadership and the way that he leads so vocally, but yet encouraging. So far, I haven't heard him or seen him say a negative word. I mean, it's always to every single player on the team, he's encouraging to everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's going to go a long way. You know what I'm saying? And then as he gets better with his floor generalship and to add to that type of leadership, that's really going to go a long way for the ball club. And honestly, in some ways, it's going to be invaluable in the ways that the team will respond. As Nasir Little already said, you couldn't have a better guy to lead the team. You know what I'm saying? So you can tell it's already guys responding positively and productively to Scoot Henderson's leadership out there. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's from the sideline. That's on the bench. You know what I'm saying? Still getting it done. I mean, you couldn't ask for more. You know, that's why I said Scoot's ready. He got it. You know what I'm saying? It's just a matter of him being that playmaking engine to get everybody succeeding the way they need to in their roles and feeling the way they need to in order to succeed. And to me, it looks like he can do that. You know what I'm saying? It looks like he's not going to have a problem do that, and he'll continue to learn as he learns from his coach and others around him. I mean, Scoot's going to be just fine, which means, in my opinion, the Trailblazers will be just fine. So, looking forward to seeing what happens next in regards to the Damian Lillard saga. You know, I mean, how good or how much of a roster boost do you really think you're going to get? And if that's the case, you know what I'm saying, then you got to do what you got to do. But for the most part, you know, get you a couple first round draft picks. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 3 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And let everybody move on. You know what I'm saying? Because all things considered, everybody looks like they're ready to move on. You know, like Nasir did a good job of deflecting that question, being asked about Damian Lillard. Guys are just ready to move on. I'm sure Dame is as well. And you never know what's going to happen. Maybe, you know, you never know what might happen in the near future. But nonetheless, it was a great opportunity for all the guys to get some time and figure out, you know, for the staff to figure out, you know, who's closer to fulfilling those roster spots, or who they already know definitely fulfilling some roster spots. We don't know. We'll see, you know. But nonetheless, thank you guys for joining me. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys on the next one. All right.
If this world were mine,